In the year 1609, science's lights began to shine, as man to a city in a modest house. Galileu Galilei set out to prove the sun is still on the moon. The sun is still on the moon. The earth is on the moon. The earth is on the moon.
Where did you get that thing?
A coachman brought it.
Who sent it?
He said the court of Naples.
I don't want their stupid presents. Illuminated manuscripts, a statue of Hercules the size of an elephant. They never send money.
But isn't this an astronomical instrument, Mr. Galilei?
Oh, it's an antique, too. An expensive toy.
What's it for?
It's a map of the sky according to the wise men of ancient Greece.
We'll try and sell it to the university. They still teach it there.
How does it work, sir?
Oh, it's complicated.
I think I could understand it.
Maybe. Let's begin at the beginning. Description.
There are a lot of metal rings.
How many?
8.
Correct. And?
There are words painted on them.
What words?
The names of the stars.
Such as?
Well, here's a band with the sun on it, and on the inside band is the moon.
Those metal bands represent 8 crystal spheres, like huge glass globes, one inside the other.
The stars are supposed to be tacked onto them. Spin the band with the sun on it. You see the fixed ball right in the middle?
Yes.
That's the Earth. For 2,000 years, man has chosen to believe that the sun and all the host of stars revolve about him. The Pope, the cardinals, the princes, the scholars, the merchants, and the fishwives have all pictured themselves squatting in the middle of an affair like that.
Locked up inside?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cage.
So you felt that too? But we are pulling out of that old contraption now.
How?
I'd like to think the ships began it. They used to hug the shore. Then all of a sudden they left the coast and launched out onto the oceans. All sorts of things were set in movement, including the minds of men. It was the opening of a new age. In Siena, when I was a young man, I saw some masons trying to lift a block of granite. After talking it over for just 5 minutes, they ditched a method that had been in use for centuries and found a new, more efficient way of applying the ropes.
I remember thinking then, the millennium of faith is ended. This is the millennium of doubt. Everything is called in doubt today. Everybody at last wants to know, why is this, how's that? That's what the books say, but let's see for ourselves.
I predict that in our time, astronomy will become the talk of the marketplace, and that the sons of fishwives will go to school. And with any luck, they'll learn that the earth rolls round the sun, and that the Pope, the cardinals, the princes, the scholars, the merchants, and the fishwives, their mothers, are rolling with it.
The stars must now positively be regarded as spinning rocks hurtling through darkness. It seems clear. This star we live on moves at an inconceivable speed, but are we frightened? No, we are in favor. What does the poet say, Andrea? Oh, early morning.
Oh, early morning of beginnings. Oh, breath of winds that cometh from new shores. But I can see with my own eyes. that the sun comes up in one place in the morning and goes down in a different place in the evening. It doesn't stand still. I can see it.
You see nothing. All you do is gawk. Gawking is not seeing. No, that's the sun. Sit down. Where's the sun? On your right or on your left?
On my left.
And how could it get to the right?
By your putting it there, of course.
Of course. Now, where's the sun?
On my right.
And did it move?
No, I did.
Wrong, stupid. The chair moved.
But I was on it.
Of course. The chair's the earth, and you are sitting on it.
What are you doing with my son, Mr. Galilei?
Mother, you don't understand.
And I suppose you do. Last night he tried to tell me a feather falls as fast as a cannonball.
We seem to be on the threshold of a new era, Mrs. Sarti.
Well, I hope we can pay the milkman in this new era. A young gentleman is here to take private lessons, and he's well dressed, so don't frighten him away like you did the others. Wasting your time with Andrea. How many times have I told you not to wheedle free lessons out of Mr. Galilei? He can't afford it.
Could I finish my milk even if it isn't paid for? Andrea, I shouldn't talk about our ideas outside.
Why not?
Certain authorities won't like it.
Why not if it's the truth?
The universe of the new astronomers is still not much more than a framework of guesses. So...
I want to be an astronomer.
This house is like a marketplace.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ludovico Marsili.
Hold it. You came by way of Holland, and your family owns property in the Campania. Private lessons, 10 scudi a month.
That's all right, of course, sir.
What's your subject?
Horses.
Oh, in that case, 15 scudi a month.
That's all right.
Andrea.
You'll have to be patient with me, sir. Science makes no sense to me. Take that tube affair I saw in Amsterdam. It had a green leather casing and 2 pieces of glass, one at each end. One bulged and the other was like that. As far as I conceived, one reduces, the other enlarges. Any normal person would expect them to cancel each other out, but they didn't. Things look 5 times as large as life.
What sort of things did they enlarge?
Church steeples, pigeons, boats, anything at a distance.
Did you look through it yourself?
Yes, sir.
And the tube had 2 lenses. Was it like this?
Yes, but...
A recent invention?
It must be. They only started peddling it on the streets a few days before I left Holland.
Why do you bother your head with science? Why don't you just breed horses?
My mother says science is necessary nowadays. For conversation.
Why not try Latin or theology? I'll see you on Tuesday afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Don't look at me like that. I took him, didn't I?
I caught your eye just in time. The treasurer of the university is here to see you. Mr. Priuli?
Good morning, Mr. Galilei.
Good morning, Priuli. Lend me a scudo. Sarti, give this to Andrea. Tell him to run to the spectacle maker and bring me 2 lenses. Here are the measurements.
Mr. Galilei, I have come to return your petition for an increase in salary. Unfortunately, I am unable to recommend your request.
My dear sir, How can I be expected to make ends meet on 500 scudi?
What about your private students?
I spend my time teaching. When am I to learn? My particular science is on the threshold of important discoveries. Here are my findings on the laws of falling bodies. That should be worth 200 scudi more.
Any paper of yours is of infinite worth, Mr. Galilei.
I was limiting it to 200.
If you want money and leisure, go to Florence. I've no doubt the Medici would be glad to subsidize you. Eventually, however, you will be forbidden to think in the name of the Inquisition. No, you're happy here in the Republic of Venice, but you need money. It's only human. May I suggest a simple solution? Our city elders are businessmen. No. Why don't you invent something useful that will bring them in a little profit? Remember that chart you made for the army? Even General Stefano Gritti could extract cube roots with it. Now, that was practical.
Bosh.
It astounded the chiefs of staff.
I see. Priuli? I may have something for you. I haven't quite got there yet.
You are a great man. A discontented man, but I've always said you were a great man.
My discontent, Priuli, is what you should be paying me for if you had any sense. And for the most part, it's this satisfaction with myself. I'm 46 years of age, and I've achieved nothing that satisfies me.
I won't disturb you any further.
Thank you. Good morning.
One scudo wasn't enough. I had to leave in my jacket before he'd let me take them away.
How will you get through the winter without a jacket? We'll get it back someday. Give them to me.
What are they for?
Well, something for the Senate. Come and look.
I can read the writing on the bell in the campanile. Gratia Dei.
Get out of the way.
No one's virtue is complete. Great Galileo likes to eat. You will not resent, we hope, the truth about his telescope.